The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, it's very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers. Michael Jordan hits it at the foul line.
Wizards need the bucket for the win. Jordan the jumper. Got it! Yes! He got it at the buzzer! Jordan does it to Cleveland again! Jordan is the Cavalier killer!
We have better players than him in his position already on our team, though. His potential is probably, the sky's the limit for him, though.
I don't think you can really just bring a high school player in and really just think your team gonna really turn around like that.
And that means that the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Congratulations, Gordon.
Two areas that the Cavaliers certainly want to take care of tonight as Paul Silas closes in on his 300th career win.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
No, I wasn't tired at all. You know, once I got my second win, I was all right, and I was able to finish the game. And that was the main key ingredient of our team. Just trying to play the whole game with our main people and see if we can get a win.
By Gary Payton early on, and James off the turnover, and James gets the crowd on its feet. LeBron James is on fire. James, after missing his first shot.
And as the 2003-2004 NBA season played out, we all witnessed that King James was in fact so talented, he would manage to exceed even the most outrageous of expectations.
With the 10th pick in the 2004 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Luke Jackson from the University of Oregon.
After turning his back on Cleveland in 2004, Carlos Boozer signed a 6-year, $68 million contract on live television, the biggest free agent signing in franchise history.
I've always been the leader of the pack. I've always been the commander. I've always been the person in front. I've always wanted to be the leader. I've always wanted what everybody else didn't want.
But what we're going to do is regroup, and we're going to dig deep like we always do, and we're going to try to improve this franchise and get better in the playoffs.
Well, when I think about the Cavs, I'm thinking about Jerry Welsh, believe it or not, simply because Coach Paul Silas talked about the need for getting a shooter. He felt that a bona fide shooter, would improve this team drastically.
And Paul is as positive and as supportive a coach as there is in the NBA. And to see that look, you can see in his eyes, this has not been a performance.
A speed hold by James, 2-on-1. Here's McKinnis with the high dribble. Yes, and the foul. My goodness, you could see that one coming.
Do you think LeBron James can carry this team into the playoffs?
He's going to have to. We don't have much choice. I think the great thing about LeBron James, he is so talented. He does whatever it takes on a given night. If he has to score 38, 40 points, he's going to do that right now. If it means setting other people up, he'll do that too.
Mike Brown has some talent to work with. Somewhat of a surprise when he was named head coach of the Cavaliers. But anytime you can focus on a young man like LeBron James, it's not a bad thing.
It's about leadership. Those guys at this stage, Jordan was 24, I guess.
Jordan said he could not be the leader as a young man.
Could not bring himself to tell 30-year-old grown men what to do and lead them in that way.
Back to James, and a blocking foul is called on Delonte.
And let's see where Delonte is. Right, moving his feet.
Dangerous pass stolen by LeBron James. The quick explosion, a bad turnover, turning into a nice highlight for LeBron James.
Foul James. LeBron to the hoop for the win. He got it. It's over. The Cavaliers have won it. You can't book this one to the Cavaliers.
This guy has been absolutely sensational and magnificent. He's either too strong, too fast, or too athletic for everybody. You can just look at LeBron James right now. You can't knock anybody for an inability to stop this kid. He's that great, that special.
79-61. LeBron James going home for the 2005-2006 season. But the Cavaliers really struggle. 30.8% from the floor, 1 of 12 from beyond the arc.
With the 42nd pick in the 2006 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Daniel Gibson from the University of Texas.
There'd been hope in Ohio that LeBron James would reconsider his opportunity to become a free agent in 2010 and accept a contract extension, but LeBron purposely wanted a shorter deal and give him the option of leaving if he wasn't convinced Cleveland was a place he could win.
To finally get an opportunity to be into the playoffs, the biggest stage in basketball, and to go out there my first game and had the kind of game I had, and to win that basketball game was probably one of the best feelings I've ever had, besides playing basketball.
James. Oh, my God! Oh, a shot from LeBron James. Oh, my! But there was no way that LeBron was going to be denied. Even the Spurs fans.
97-90, it's all over. Cavs' first ever sweep in the playoffs. And LeBron ends up with 31 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Ilgauskas close to a 2020.
Tonight to celebrate. 1976 it happened, 1992, and then 2007 for the third time ever, and LeBron's first time the Cavaliers are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
LeBron had a path to the basket, maybe where he could have gotten there and gotten fouled, but Steve, you talked about he hadn't shot a free throw all night long.
But you have to question LeBron James not attacking the rim. James, 48 points for LeBron James. He has scored the last 25 points for Cleveland.
And if we can get it down to the fourth quarter, I always told my team I'm going to try to do my best to try to bring it home. And man, if it weren't for these fans here, man, this is special. This is big. This is the biggest thing I've ever done.
Marshall throws it down. Damon Jones fires away. And there's the buzzer. The San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions once again. Their 4th title in 9 years.
He's 22 years old. He's getting to the finals way ahead of Michael Jordan. This kid came into the league with more scrutiny than anyone. He handled it very, very well.
Yes.
It seems his teammates like to play with him. This is a very good development for the NBA.
It's a good feeling to go out there, and get this first game on our belt. Everybody was a little anxious, everybody was a little excited, but it felt good to get this first one on our belt. Everybody was out there, everybody was playing hard.
James! Oh, my! Wow! Did Wilt do that in his 100 games?
This contentious physical series is over, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, for the 3rd straight year, have eliminated the Washington Wizards and will move on to the second round.
They switch, and here's Pierce again. A Smith screen. Posey will defend. Oh! LeBron James, with no regard for human life, has given the Cavaliers their biggest lead tonight. Won't go. Smith the rebound. Back out, stolen by House, and that'll do it. The Celtics are going back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2002.
With the 19th pick in the 2008 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select J.J. Hickson from North Carolina State University.
Mo Williams is now a Cavalier, and that should make LeBron James happy. Milwaukee traded Williams to Cleveland in a 3-team, 6-player deal. He's averaged 6 assists a game in each of the last 2 seasons.
I feel like I continue to get better every year. I continue to bust my butt in off season to get ready. I look forward to us competing for NBA championship this year. On us trying to get better for the long-term goal. Short-term goal, we want to just continue to get better every night.
Artest back the other way. In very deep,
Blocked by LeBron! That basketball will never be the same!
And furthermore, don't bring that weak stuff in here.
Mo Williams to inbound, now Varejao. They get it to LeBron. Turrial's on him at 3 and 2. LeBron to win the game. He does! He does!
This is where legends are born, and this is where teams are made and make history. So to get the first round out of the way. Gives us a little bit more time to get a little bit of rest, but we got to make sure that we continue to do the things that we need to do. And you guys mean just as much to this MVP trophy than my 14 teammates, than my coaching staff, than my family. You guys have a big part in this MVP trophy also.
They are the first team since the Miami Heat in 05 to sweep its first 2 series games. And they did it in double figures, so they have won 8 straight playoff games.
Rashard Lewis playing off the ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer! The Orlando Magic have defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they are headed to the finals for the first time since 1995.
I don't think he's a winner. I asked you again, what has he won?
He wasn't a winner in this
Well, that's
series.
what I'm saying, but he hasn't won anything in 6 years now, to the point that I don't see that he has winners' intangibles.
Back on SportsCenter with breaking news, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Phoenix Suns agreeing to a trade for Shaquille O'Neal, sending Shaq to Cleveland in exchange for Sasha Pavlovich and Ben Wallace.
All the good feelings that are around LeBron right now, he seems happy in Cleveland, can be undone if the season ends on a sour note. Obviously, the Cavs are not going to put themselves in a great position if they end the season like they did last year.
I've never won a championship. You know, I've been to All-Star games. I've experienced a lot of things. So there's only one thing left for me to achieve. It's the one thing that keeps me going.
He tried to cut back on LeBron. Crossed over. Look at this rejection. Oh, man. You talk about wanting to win. Get that weak stuff out of here. Wow. The Cleveland Cavaliers advance on to the second round. They wrap up the series in 5 games over the Chicago Bulls.
And it's a pleasure for me as commissioner to give LeBron James the 2009-10 NBA MVP presented by Kia Motors, his trophy.
The worst home playoff loss in Celtics history. They'll lose by 29 and take a 2-1 lead, the Cavs will. And that's it. The Boston Celtics with the huge upset. They advance to the conference finals. And LeBron James' season is over. Is his career in Cleveland over?
He's the fake MJ. He can't stand up to the pressure. The higher the expectations, the worse he performs. LeBron James was made for the regular season, but come postseason time, he's the most overrated, overhyped superstar.
I have no plans at this point. I've made no plans. As an individual, I'm going to continue to get better throughout the offseason like I always do. And I'll come back a better player next season and still have the same goals.
There were rumors that Delonte West had slept with LeBron James' mom. But him saying, I don't say nothing bad about someone's parent, so not at all. Yeah, I mean, right? It reads like he's admitting it.
Mike Brown has been fired as coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs are now pondering a very uncertain future, as along with looking for a new coach, they face the possibility of losing LeBron James to free agency in July.
But after another disappointing end in the playoffs, the dominoes continued to fall today with Ferry and the Cavs parting ways. Ferry was the Cavs GM for the past 5 years, the most successful period in franchise history.
LeBron is strongly leaning towards joining Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh with the Miami Heat, thus adding another sad chapter to the city of Cleveland's devastating sports history. Chris Broussard, 80% he says LeBron heading to Miami, although Bob Holtzman is reporting that the Heat have not heard from LeBron.
LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, it's very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. That was the conclusion you woke up with this morning.
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
This is the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. And I just want to say that I hope that LeBron doesn't win a championship in Miami. And I hope we come back stronger next year and we win the NBA championship.
He personally guarantees that the Cavaliers will win an NBA championship before LeBron does. He goes on to say, this shocking act of disloyalty from our homegrown chosen one, calls him the self-proclaimed king.